Welcome to my channel, Learn English with Podcast.
Here's a question for you. When you think right now, which language do you think in?
Oh, that is such a good question to open with. Welcome everyone to Learn English with Podcast. I'm Jessica.
And I'm James. And today we're exploring something that every English learner wonders about. How do native speakers actually think in English?
Not how to translate, but how to actually think directly in the language. Big difference.
A huge difference. And we're going to break it all down today in a way that actually makes sense.
So James, as a native speaker, what does thinking in English actually feel like for you?
That's honestly a tricky question because I've never thought about it consciously. It just happens automatically.
And that word, automatically, is exactly what every learner wants to get to.
Right. So let's start from the beginning. When someone is learning English, how do they usually think?
Most learners, especially beginners, think in their native language and then translate into English.
So the process is have a thought in their language, translate it, then speak.
Exactly, and that takes extra time. That's why many learners feel slow when they speak.
They're not slow because they're bad at English. They're slow because they're doing two jobs at once.
Yes, thinking and translating at the same time is exhausting. It's like running with a heavy backpack.
That's a great image. And the goal is to drop that backpack, to think directly in English without the translation step.
But how do you actually do that? That's what everyone wants to know.
Well, first, let me ask, do you remember when you started thinking in English, Jessica?
I do actually. It didn't happen all at once. It started with small things, like counting in English or naming objects I saw around me.
That's really interesting. So it started with very simple, everyday things.
Yes, I'd be walking down the street and I'd think, tree, car, shop, blue sky, just labeling things in English.
That's actually a really powerful technique. Labeling things around you in English connects words directly to objects, not to your native language word.
Exactly. So instead of seeing a chair and thinking, see ya, if you're a Spanish speaker, for example, and then translating to chair.
You see the chair and the word chair just appears directly. No middle step.
Right. The connection goes straight from the object to the English word. That's thinking in English.
And that's how native speakers operate. I see a chair, I think chair. I don't translate anything.
So for learners, the goal is to build those direct connections. English word straight to meaning, no detour.
Detour is a great word. It means an indirect route, a longer way around.
And translation is that detour, the longer path. Thinking in English is the direct route.
So how do learners start building those direct connections?
The first step is to stop studying words with translations. Instead, connect words to pictures, feelings, or real situations.
So instead of writing angry in Ohado in a notebook, you imagine a situation where you felt angry.
Yes, you feel the word, not just memorize it. There's a big difference between knowing a word and feeling a word.
Feeling a word. I love that. Can you explain more?
Sure. When a native speaker hears the word cozy, they immediately feel warmth, comfort, a soft blanket, a warm drink. It's emotional and sensory.
Sensory means connected to your senses. What you see, hear, feel, smell, taste.
Right. And when a learner only knows cozy as a translation of their native word, they miss all of that feeling.
They have the label, but not the experience attached to it.
Exactly. And native speakers think in experiences, not just labels.
That's such an interesting way to look at it. So how do learners attach experiences to English words?
By using the words in real situations, not just studying them, but actually using them while doing things.
Like talking to yourself in English while you cook, or narrating what you're doing out loud.
Yes, internal monologue practice is huge. An internal monologue is the voice inside your head that talks constantly.
Right. Everyone has that inner voice. For a native speaker, it's always in English. For learners, it might still be in their native language.
And the goal is to gradually switch that inner voice to English.
Gradually, meaning slowly, step by step, not all at once.
Because you can't just decide, I will only think in English from now on. That's too hard and too sudden.
Right. It's a transition, a slow shift from one language to the other inside your mind.
Transition is a great word. It means a process of changing from one state to another.
So how do you start that transition, practically speaking?
Start with one part of your day, maybe just your morning. Try to narrate your morning in English inside your head.
So I'm waking up, the alarm is ringing, I need coffee, it's cold today. Just simple sentences.
Exactly. And the simpler, the better at first. Don't try to think complex thoughts in English right away.
Start with short, simple thoughts and build up over time.
Right. As your English improves, your inner thoughts become more complex and natural.
Now, let's talk about something really specific. How do native speakers form sentences? Because it's quite different from how learners do it.
Oh yes, this is fascinating. Native speakers don't build sentences word by word, like building blocks.
Exactly. We speak in chunks. Chunks are groups of words that go together naturally.
Like, by the way, on the other hand, to be honest, at the end of the day. These come out as one unit, not word by word.
Right. I don't think, at, pause, the, pause, end, pause, of, pause, the day. It just comes out whole.
And learners who study grammar rules often try to construct every sentence from scratch, which makes them slow.
Because they're building, not flowing. And natural English is about flow.
So one of the best things learners can do is learn chunks, whole phrases, not just individual words.
Learn I'm looking forward to it as one complete unit, not as separate grammar pieces.
And when you encounter a chunk, don't break it apart. Just absorb it and use it as a whole.
Absorb is a great word. It means to take something in completely, like a sponge takes in water.
Be a sponge. Absorb the language through listening, watching, reading, and let it sink in naturally.
Sink in, meaning it slowly becomes part of you, part of how you think.
Now, James, what about emotions? Do native speakers think emotionally in English? Like, do you feel emotions in English?
That's a deep question. Yes, completely. When I'm stressed, I think I'm overwhelmed or this is a lot. I don't experience it wordlessly.
And research actually shows that the language you think in can affect how you experience emotions.
Really? How so?
Well, English has specific words for feelings that other languages don't have exact equivalents for, like overwhelmed or bittersweet.
Bittersweet, that's a good one. It means something that's both happy and sad at the same time.
And when you learn to feel those nuances in English, you're not just learning vocabulary, you're expanding how you experience the world.
Nuances, subtle differences in meaning, and English is full of them.
So thinking in English isn't just a language skill, it's almost a new perspective on life.
I love that. A new lens through which you see and experience things.
And that's what makes it so worthwhile to pursue, even when it's hard.
Now, what about dreams? Because some learners ask, will I ever dream in English?
Oh, yes! Dreaming in English is actually a sign that your brain has really started processing the language deeply.
Right. Dreams happen in your subconscious, the part of your mind you don't control consciously.
Subconscious, great word. It means the part of your mind that works below your awareness.
And when English starts appearing in your dreams, it means the language is living in that deep part of your mind.
It's a really exciting milestone. A milestone is an important moment that marks progress.
And it usually happens gradually. First, you might hear English in your dreams, then speak it, then think in it within the dream.
Has that happened to you with any other language, James?
Actually, yes. I studied Spanish for a while, and I remember the first time I had a dream where I was speaking Spanish. It felt so strange but exciting.
That's exactly how learners describe their first English dream, too. Strange and exciting at the same time.
So, what are the biggest barriers that stop learners from making that shift to thinking in English?
I think the biggest one is fear of making internal mistakes. People feel silly even thinking in English if they're not sure they're doing it right.
But nobody can hear your thoughts. Your inner voice is a safe space to practice.
Exactly. Your thoughts are private. You can make as many mistakes as you want in your head and nobody will ever know.
Use that private space. Experiment. Make mistakes. Try again. All inside your head.
And the more you practice thinking in English privately, the more confident you'll be when you speak out loud.
Because speaking is just thinking made public. If you can think it, you can say it.
Oh, I love that. Speaking is just thinking made public. That's so well put.
Another barrier is consuming too much content in your native language. If you spend 8 hours a day in your language and 10 minutes in English, it won't shift.
Right. The environment matters so much. What you consume shapes how you think.
So practical advice, switch things around you into English. Your phone, your apps, the shows you watch, the music you listen to.
Create an English environment even when you're not officially studying.
Because language acquisition, the process of gaining a language, happens most naturally through immersion.
Immersion means surrounding yourself completely with the language, like being immersed in water.
And you don't have to move to an English-speaking country to do that anymore. You can create immersion wherever you are.
Through technology, through content, through choosing English every chance you get.
And one more thing, talk to yourself out loud in English. It feels weird at first, but it's incredibly effective.
I still do this. When I'm alone in the car or at home, I just talk out loud in English about random things.
And it builds fluency because you're practicing the connection between thought, language, and speech all at once.
Fluency, by the way, doesn't mean speaking perfectly. It means speaking smoothly and naturally, without big stops or translation gaps.
Native speakers make mistakes too. We say we pause, we change what we were saying mid-sentence.
So fluency isn't perfection, it's comfort, being comfortable with the language even when it's not perfect.
That's such an important thing for learners to understand. The goal is comfort, not perfection.
Okay, let's bring it all together with a quick recap.
We talked about how most learners think in their native language and translate, which slows them down.
The goal is to build direct connections, English word straight to meaning, image, or feeling with no translation detour.
We said to label things around you in English and to connect words to real feelings and experiences.
We talked about learning in chunks, whole phrases, not just individual words or grammar rules.
We covered switching your inner voice to English, starting small with just your morning routine narration.
We talked about creating an English environment, your phone, your content, your conversations.
And we said your thoughts are a private practice space. Use them, make mistakes in there, and build confidence.
And finally, fluency is comfort, not perfection. Native speakers make mistakes too.
So here's your challenge this week. For just 1 hour a day, try to think only in English. Narrate, label, describe.
It will feel strange at first. That's completely normal. Strange means it's new, and new means you're growing.
And every time you catch yourself thinking a word in English instead of translating, celebrate that. That's real progress.
To everyone listening and practicing your English right now, you are doing something that most people only wish they could do.
Keep practicing every single day. Even 5 minutes of thinking in English matters more than you know.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes, in your head or out loud. Every mistake is a step forward.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. It honestly means everything.
We'll see you in the next podcast. Keep thinking, keep growing, and take care.